In May,
Many.
in many countries like
America.
America and Egypt, there are 4 different seasons: spring, summer, fall, and winter.
Thank you very much. So students, we learn that the earth moves around the sun. This makes change in light. It means the day and the night. And the change in seasons. We have 4 seasons.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Countries like America and Egypt have 4 different seasons. Ahmed Mustafa,
Yes, teacher.
start reading from in some. This in some here.
Okay. In some
Country,
countries like
Uganda.
Uganda and Farah.
In. Uganda in.
Uganda in
Africa.
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 Africa. There is one season.
Uganda.
Uganda is near the
Ecuador.
Ecuador, and it rains
All
all
year.
year.
Okay.
In
Thank you very much. Thank you, Ahmed Mustafa. Students, country like Uganda, there are not 4 different seasons. It is always hot and it rains all the time. Why? Because this country is near the equator. When you are near the equator, you find one season only, which is summer. Anas Abdurrahman, start reading from in spring.
In spring, plants and trees grow and we see flowers. In summer, it's very hot and we can go to the beach with our family.
Thank you, Anas. So students, we all know that the spring is remarkable because you see flowers and green leaves. And why is summer remarkable? Because you can go to the beach, because the summer is very hot. Hamza Ahmed,
Yes,
start reading from in fall.
in fall the leaves on the trees change to orange and they fall on the ground.
In winter,
In winter, it can be very cold. In some countries it snows in winter.
thank you. Here, students, we learn or we revise that the winter is hot, the winter is cold. Some countries snows. Look at the word snows here. Here it is not a noun. It's a verb. Snows, it means the snow falls from the sky. When you read it snows, the subject is it, the verb is snows. It means the snow falls from the sky. Malik Genedi,
Yes,
read this please. I am from America.
I am from America. In winter,
Remember, Malik, to stop.
it's
When you
every.
say full stop
I stop.
and or comma, remember to stop.
Okay. I am from America.
Good.
In winter,
Alaikum salam.
it's very cold. Cold, and we get snow on our faces.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's move to the exercise. Malik Saad, do you know the spelling of the first word? Muaz,
Yes, Mister.
Do you,
I am Alexander.
okay. Do you know the spelling of the first word? It's Earth.
Yes, EARTH.
That's right.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite planet
Sun,
because I
sun,
live here.
sun. Spelling of sun.
SUN.
Oh, excellent. Ecuador. Spelling of Ecuador. I will help you. It's EQ. Equa
E
UA. Equad
E
T.
E.
After it's O.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, it's very
It's
it's
okay. No problem.
this spelling of
No problem.
this word. It's impossible
Muaz,
to me.
Muaz, Muaz.
Yes.
Rain.
RAIN.
Okay. Snow.
SNOW.
Good. Plants.
PLANTS.
Good. Muhanna,
What?
the first sentence, please. Read and choose.
In summer, in winter, in spring, it can be very cold.
Hmm.
In winter,
Good. Number two.
in spring, in fall, in winter, plants are tree and trees grow. Uh, in spring,
Good. Thank you. Omar Mu'min. Number three.
The earth moves around the sun.
Good.
In in summer. No, 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 no. In fall. The leaves on the trees fall on the ground.
Good. Ziad.
yes, teacher.
Number five.
Number 5. In what? We can go to the beach. Summer.
Good. Number six.
Teacher? Then
Ziad, number six.
in Egypt. In Egypt. There are 4 seasons.
Excellent. Write 4 sentences about weather in your country. If you wanted to answer this, raise your hand. You tell me the sentence and I'm going to write it. Only Ziad is raising his hand. Anyone else wanted to participate?
Teacher, me please.
And here
I'm
Omar.
Ziad.
Okay, let's start with Omar Mu'min. Omar Mu'min, give me a sentence about the weather in your country. I mean in Egypt. How can we start writing this? Hmm. We wanted to write about the weather in Egypt. We wanted to write sentence. You know Egypt?
Yes.
We wanted to speak about the 4 seasons. We wanted to speak about the spring. We want to speak about summer, winter.
Okay. Okay. Spring
And where?
in Egypt.
So we start with in Egypt. In
Egypt.
Egypt. Hmm.
In Egypt,
Then
there are 4 seasons.
in Egypt, there
Comma. Comma.
are 4 seasons. Excellent.
Seasons.
Very good sentence. And we can put comma here.
Yes.
That's a very good sentence. Now, Ziad, give me a sentence about the weather in Egypt. You can mention what is the weather like in summer.
Summer?
Hmm.
We go to the beach in
Hmm.
Egypt in
Here,
summer.
good. Can you tell me what is the weather like in summer?
It is hot.
Okay. Can you put the two sentences together? The first
Okay.
sentence and the second sentence. Make them one sentence. Try.
In Egypt,
Yes. Go ahead. Continue.
in Egypt,
Hmm? Hmm.
we go to the beach in summer.
Okay. We can start from the last to the beginning. It is hot in summer. We
We go
go
to
to the
the
beach. Like
beach.
this. It.
Okay.
Excellent. Good sentence. It's hot
And comma after no, and
in
comma after
summer.
summer.
So we go to the beach. This very good sentence. Malik Genedi,
Yes.
can you give me a sentence about winter?
It's cold. In winter, it's cold.
Can we keep it this way? It's hot in summer. Can we follow this way? I mean,
It's
yes,
cold.
yes, you got me. That's right. I wanted to say that.
It's cold in winter.
It's cold in winter. This is very good sentence. Okay. Ahmed Atiyah,
Yes.
can you give me a sentence about spring?
Okay. In spring,
Yes, you can say what happens to the flowers and the trees. You can say that they grow.
the flowers and trees grow.
Excellent.
Plants,
Yes,
plants,
yes, Omar
flower,
Mu'min.
and trees grow.
Yes, Omar Mu'min. Plants means the flowers and the trees. If we say flowers and the trees, we don't need to say plants again.
Okay.
Adam, Adam,
What teacher?
I need the last sentence about fall. You can tell me what happens in fall in Egypt. Like the sentence that Ahmed Atiyah made. You start with in fall and then you say what happens to the trees and the leaves.
In fall,
Excellent. In fall,
the trees,
you can say the leaves. You can say the leaves.
the,
What?
le-
Hmm.
the leaves is
The leaves are.
the leaves are
Mhm. Are what? You want to say that they change the color, or you want to say that they fall on the ground?
it
Mister,
changes
I
the
want
color.
Okay.
something of
It is better to say in fall the leaves change into
The
yellow.
color.
Yes, into yellow. This is how we write students. Okay. Don't worry, you will not find this question in the exam, but it's only to train you how to write.
I wanted to say thing in this
Go ahead, Malik. What do you want to say?
thing in fall.
Hmm.
In fall, the tree, the fantastic, uh, the color of leaves is very fantastic because the fall make the color of trees
Hmm.
of these colors. If you love the colors of trees, wait for fall and you see the color of the color of this. The
Thank you.
color
Thank you.
fantastic colors.
Thank you, Mel. Very good sentence. Thank you very much. Yesterday, students, we learned this. This is water cycle. It starts with evaporation.
Teacher ينفع تفهمها لي؟
Yes, of course. Look, students, these are the steps of water on the planet Earth. All the Earth. This happens every single day. The sun heats the water. The water that comes to the sky. This is called evaporation. When the water in the sky, it is like gas because it's very hot. The wind is very cold. The cold wind mixes the hot gas water again, and the clouds happens. This is called condensation. When the condensation happens and we see a lot of cloud, while the clouds are moving, the rain falls to the ground. This is called the precipitation. And then all the water that goes to the ground from the rain collect together. This is called the accumulation or collection. Okay, where does this water go? Some water go to the sea, some water go to the river, and some water goes under the ground. All of them, all the water that went to the sea, river, underground, what happened to them? They evaporate again and go to the sky, condense again and go to the cloud. Precipitation happens again and the water falls. And this happens all the time. In other words, there are four steps for water. Go to the sky, becomes a cloud, falls as rain, go to the
Mister,
river.
I didn't understand you.
Yes, because you know the words are difficult. Evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and so on. Let's say this process.
You say evaporation make a hot gas and
Hmm,
then go to
hmm.
clouds and clouds make rain
Yes, that's it. That's it. Let's
and they
say
go to river again.
yes, that's happens. That's why we call it circle. It happens in a circle. Okay, let's say it in
Teacher, bit
Okay.
what?
which what? I don't have the number. Sorry.
52, 52.
Now, student, let's say this in simple sentence. Water goes to the sky.
Teacher,
Hmm. Yes,
Mister, what is this book?
say
this
keep
is a step
this.
ahead.
Eh?
Step ahead.
Bit by bit,
Step ahead.
head ahead,
Step ahead. Step
step
ahead.
ahead,
Hmm.
step
Step
ahead.
ahead. It's book I have.
Can we continue now? Can we continue, please? Omar Mu'min, did you get it?
Mm,
Look, Omar.
okay.
Look, Omar. The first step, look at this line. This line
Yes.
goes up. Why water goes up to the sky? Because
War.
because it becomes very hot. Why it becomes very hot? Because the sun heats the water.
Because the sun.
Yes. When the sun
Because the sun what?
heats, heats the water.
Needs.
Heats, Heats. The sun makes the water very hot. When the water becomes very hot, what happens? It goes to the sky. What do we call this? It is called evaporation. Like when you make tea, when the water is very hot, you find something like smoke, all right? Comes from the
Yes.
tea. This is called evaporation. It is not a smoke, it is gas. It is water changed into gas and goes to the sky. Okay?
Okay.
Did you get that?
Yes.
Okay. Now the water in the sky. It is very hot, but the sky is not hot. Why? Because there's wind in the sky. The wind is cold, right?
The water make the cloud.
Yes. When the water when the gas becomes very cold, it becomes a cloud. We call this condensation. When the water changes from gas into water again, we call this condensation because the water becomes cold. Okay?
Okay.
Then what happens in this step? The wind moves the cloud. When the cloud moves, the rain falls. When the cloud moves, the rain falls. We call this precipitation. Okay? The precipitation means rain that falls into the ground. Okay?
Okay.
Now what happens when the rain falls? All the water that comes from the rain go into three places: sea, river, and the underground. Sea, river, and underground.
Underground.
This is called the collection. There's another word for collection which is called accumulation. It is mentioned here, accumulation. Okay? What happens after this? Water comes to the sea again. Water comes to the river again. What happens to them? The sun heats them again. They go to the sky again. This is called evaporation. The wind makes
And the
them,
gas that changes
yes,
to the
to water.
water.
This is called the condensation. And then the wind moves the cloud. The
The
rain
wind
falls.
moves the clouds, this, and
And the rain falls. This is called the
the rain
precipitation.
falls.
This is called the precipitation.
Precipitation.
And so on in a circle. Did you get it now?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Ahmed Mustafa, start reading, please.
Okay.
Our planet,
Our planet,
Earth,
planet
Earth.
Earth is called the blue planet because there is a lot of water. Bless
Plants.
plants and animals need water.
Thank you very much.
Water.
Teacher,
Yes.
can I read?
After Ahmed, I have Anas Abdurrahman.
Okay, teacher.
Anas Abdurrahman, continue, please.
There is
Continue from water, please. This line.
water on our planet moves all the time. This 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 is this is the water cycle.
Mm.
The rain falls from the sky. The water goes to the sea, rivers, and the earth.
Thank you, Anas. Muhanna? No, Asir. Asir. Asir.
Yes.
Please, Asir,
Sorry, the
continue.
mic.
It's okay. Continue.
The
The sun
sky,
warms.
the sun warms the sea and earth, and the water gas. Becomes gas.
Mm.
It goes into the sky. This is called evaporation.
Okay, continue.
Then the water comes together to make clouds. This is called condensation.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Hamza? Hamza?
Yes,
The wind.
والله
the wind blows the clouds in the sky. When the clouds become very big, this makes rain.
انا عايزه اجيب هو
Continue.
هو ليه
Silence,
جالاكسي
please.
السيزون ده ليه ما
Silence,
نزلش
please.
جالاكسي
Malik
الصيف
Saad. Close your microphone. If you are talking to your family, close your microphone. Continue, Hamza.
The rain falls on the sea and earth, and this is called precipitation.
Thank you. Muhanna,
Well,
What?
continue, please. The water,
The water goes into the earth,
river.
rivers, and the sea.
This is
This is
accumulation.
accumulation. Then the water cycle starts and
Starts again. Muhammad Tahir. Iyad.
One
Iyad Tahir.
teacher.
Look, Iyad, we have here the 4 steps: accumulation, condensation, precipitation, evaporation. Start from the left. What happens here? Iyad, look, look at
Mister,
this.
I know.
We need Iyad to answer, please. Look, Iyad, what happens here? Evaporation. Evaporation means the water, the hot water goes into the sky. Okay? Okay, Iyad? After this, the sky makes the water cold. This is called the condensation. The sky makes the water cold. Okay? This is called the condensation. Then the wind moves the cloud and the rain falls. The wind moves the cloud and the rain falls. This is called the precipitation. Okay? Then the water collects together. Some go to the sea, some go to the river, some go to underground. This is called the collection or accumulation. Now repeat after me. Evaporation, condensation,
evaporate, condensation,
Evaporation,
precipitation,
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 accumulation,
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 collection.
collection.
Now, yeah, what happens here? The first step, when the hot water goes to the sky, accumulation or condensation or precipitation or evaporation. Yeah, it is not a test, just the answer. It doesn't matter true or false. Let's call it 1, 2, 3, and 4. Which one? Iyad, I can't hear you. Don't worry. If you make a mistake, don't worry. Again, please. I can't hear you. Can you speak up? Well, the first step is evaporation. Okay, students? Evaporation. This is the first step. After this, when the water becomes cold, what do we call this, Iyad? Hmm? Raise your voice, please.
he said precipitation,
Raise your voice, please, Iyad. Excellent. Condensation. Now, after this, the water falls again. What do we call this? Huh? No, it is not accumulation. Accumulation here when the water collects together.
Teacher,
Hmm.
I
Yes,
said teacher presentation. I said presentation.
you said precipitation. Thank you very much. Iyad, what is the answer? Precipitation. Speak up, please. Speak up, please. Again. Excellent. Last thing. Hmm. Accumulation. Again. Accumulation. Again. Accumulation. Again. Repeat. Accumulation. Yes, thank you very much. Ziad,
Yes, teacher.
can you complete the missing letters?
Okay.
Water cycle.
Water cycle.
Hmm.
W
Hmm. W
A
A T
T
E.
E
Yes. Water.
R.
R. C is here. After C.
After C.
Hmm.
I.
It's Y.
Y.
C L.
C L
Hmm.
E.
Excellent. And after this, evaporation. What are the letters?
Evaporation.
Hmm.
Evaporation.
Yes, evaporation. E.
E V
Hmm. Eva.
A P O R A T I O N.
Tion. Excellent. Condensation.
Condensation.
Con.
D
Den. Condensation.
S.
Sation. Thank you.
Okay.
Omar Mu'min. Planet.
You're welcome.
PLANET
Planet.
RIVER
Good.
SEA.
RIVERSEA. ملك الجنيدي. Sky.
SKY
SKY. Cloud.
L
CLOU.
CLOUD
Good. Wind.
INE
WIND.
WINE
Wind. D. Wind.
wind.
Okay. أحمد عطية.
Yes.
Read and choose the correct
Okay.
word. In which
In which
process
process does the water go into the earth,
river.
rivers, and seas?
Hmm. When the water
Precipitation.
when the water goes into the earth, it is not precipitation. When the rain falls, this is precipitation.
Accu-
Accumulation, that's right.
accu-
Excellent, Ahmed Atiq. Accumulation, repeat. Accumulation.
Accumulation.
Accumulation, excellent.
Accumulation.
Thank you. Adam عارف.
What teacher?
Number 2.
In which
Process.
process does the water go into
Into
sky?
the sky. Hmm. Water goes into the sky.
Condensation.
The water is already in the sky in condensation, but water is in the ground now, in the sea, and then it goes into the sky. What do we call this?
Evaporation.
That's right. Excellent.
Teacher.
Muaz,
Yes.
number 3.
Okay. In which process does the
Process.
water?
Muaz. C
Yes.
after CE. C is S. It is not K. Process.
Process.
Hmm.
Does the water come together to make clouds?
Hmm.
Precipitation.
When the water comes together to make clouds, this is not precipitation. Precipitation happens when the rain falls.
Okay. Teacher.
We still have precipitation and condensation.
Condensation.
Thank you. Ahmed Mustafa.
Yes, teacher.
In which process? Read this, please. In which? Number 4.
In which bro-
Process.
process does the water fall on the sea and erase
Sea and the earth.
air?
When water fall on the earth, what is this
Pre-
process? Preci-
Precipitation.
Precipitation. Excellent, Ahmed Mustafa.
You're welcome.
Anas Abdurrahman. Number 1, please. Read and say true or false.
نعم يا مستر.
Number 1.
Our planet is called the green planet. No.
No, he said here our planet is called the blue planet. This number 1 is false. Thank you. Asir. Number 2.
Number 2,
Hmm.
planets and animals need water. True.
True.
Because all the animals and planets and all the people need the water.
Good. Hamza. Number 3.
There is a lot of water in our plant.
Hmm.
True.
True. Malik Saad. Number 4.
Yes, Mister.
Number 4.
Water on our planet
I
is
think
stored
we have to stop
all the
here.
time.
Okay, we start with you next time, Malik Saad. We have to stop now.